Pretend I'm still locked in the cupboard. Let me out. Let me out. I'm set free. Hello.
Wow. Welcome back, mate. International break. How's it been for you? What's going on?
Well, I have been in the cupboard for almost a week, apparently.
Yeah, you don't do much work at the Socceroos.
Did you enjoy last week's episode?
Yeah, it was fun. I love chatting with Ryan. He's
That
a
was good. No, Ryan's a legend, so it's massive shout out to Ryan, Uniqlo Officion.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to be back. Like, I have to say, I watched a bit of international football on TV and being a part of the camp of the Socceroos. I have to say, I really have been enjoying international football more than I have club football at the moment.
You know what? The best thing they did, and I know it's not, this is a friendly for Australia's point of view, but Nations League, it makes the international break so much better. And I know that's not this time around, but
it's just friendlies up if there's no actual
yeah,
points.
exactly right. And okay, I don't know. I feel like friendly's still okay, and it's a bit, like it's exhibition, right? So you can't really buy into it too much. But I feel like the attendance, like you're looking at the European qualifiers, and like the attendance is packed. The France-Netherlands game was packed.
Insane.
And crazy atmosphere too. Fans are super active. And that's what you want to see. You don't want to go to a game where there's like no intention. The players are probably like, this is so lackluster, we don't really care. But now at least, Nations League gives a point, like a purpose.
Yep.
And then now obviously throwing World Cup and European qualifiers and all that sort of stuff. And then, it's a big different dynamic.
Did you see or listen to the chat that Garang Kowal had after the game?
No.
The commentator's like, how do you feel scoring your first goal? He's like, yeah, like I'm pretty proud of the moment. It's good to get the 3 points. It's a friendly. But I learned thanks to one of the technicians and one of the team like the higher up body, what do you call it? Sports scientist and he knows like the whole, other side of football. And he was telling all of the players after, he's like, friendlies actually matter. You do get FIFA ranking points. So because of that win, I think we gained like 5 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do get points even though they play friendlies. But yeah, I think I do like the Nation League. And then you've got, the recent women's one when they had the little cup in Australia.
Yeah.
Either way, international football is always good to see the players gel together.
I feel like buying into the point system from a friendly is like winning Monopoly money. It's like yes, I won, but it means nothing. Grand scheme of things, yes, like Belgium was ranked number 1 in the world for ages, won absolutely nothing. So,
you see the friendly they had the other day? It was Russia and China.
Was it really?
I don't think it was. Was it Russia? No, it was Russia and Iran.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, it's a nuclear friendly right there.
The political friendly, that's for sure.
No, I think international football is spectacular in many ways, and of course, sometimes it can be really lackluster and boring.
Yeah.
For nations like my home country, Macedonia, we played against Malta, and it was just amazing to see players representing their country for the first time. Even Italians, they had the young kid who scored the goal. I think it was his debut game.
He scored both.
Yeah.
He even scored against Malta this morning as well.
Oh, there you go. So it's good to see those little mentions there. But I think the best part also about international football is seeing players you see week in, week out in their normal club colours.
Yeah.
Don a new colour shirt, and I think it was good to see the Italian jerseys on the pitch.
Yeah, for the first time. That was great.
Nice little shout out they had to that recent international Italian player that died.
Yeah,
Luca,
that was a nice little touch there.
So it's good to see the shirts come into play, and I think now we're coming to the time when we're seeing the Women's World Cup jerseys coming into play.
What a drop Adidas did. That is, if you have not seen it, go on to Adidas' website and check it out, because I don't think there's a really bad... we're going to rate them one by one, but I feel like there's nothing lower than 7 in this list.
Yeah, so the Adidas, release, I think there was 6. Is that to be? Am I 100% sure it's 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, there is 6. So Italy's there. Mm-hmm. So Jamaica's there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 new.
6 new alongside the Jamaican and the Italian. Now,
and I think Costa Rica was in there, but not included in the graphic as well. That was earlier.
Costa Rica, was it Chile?
Costa Rica was the kit. Chile was the one that missed the World Cup.
Yeah. So there is some amazing kits to be seen at the upcoming World Cup. Mm-hmm. But the inspiration for this whole group of kits that have been released alongside the 2 that have been previously released, that was inspired by, what was the Italian inspired by again? Marble. Yeah. So that is connected to Earth. Yep. And the Jamaican, I can see here, they're connected to the sort of, agriculture. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, I really like them. Out of 10, what would you say the whole collection would be?
Oh man, out of 10, I'd give it. I'd be struggling to give it less than a 9. I'd say 9. I think there's. Look, I don't know if I would wear all of them. I just think visually they look amazing, and credit where credit's due. The shoot that they've done for each kit is
Have you seen the behind the
point.
scenes that Adidas did?
No.
On their, I think there was their TikTok or Twitter or Instagram.
Behind the scenes of shooting their
the photo
kits.
shoots.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
really nice.
I have to say, like when manufacturers go out of the way to, I'm gonna put the volume down so it's not loud. But when they go out of their way to make something exciting like that for the viewers, I don't know if I can find it now, but they had the behind the scenes of the photo shoot. So like it was. No, they're not going to show it. I think they're just showing details. But yeah, I'll find it when we chat. When the kits got released, I thought they were all like sort of AI generated, or like even the Germany one in the forest. Like when I saw the behind the scenes, even this one here, I was like, wow, they actually went out of their way to design this with a lot of intent of creative sort of, they push the boundaries.
Yeah, and I think, you know what, one thing that it's a lot more challenging than people actually realize is photographing kits is so hard, especially when you're not photographing it on a person.
Yeah.
Like we've done, between both of us, we've photographed that many shirts and trying to get them to look good, trying to get them to sit the right way. Yes, there's elements of like Photoshop you can use. And for this kind of thing, I'm sure there'd be heaps of that type of stuff. So, to get it to looking the way they did, I think absolutely incredible.
So while you chat, like this is literally the scenario. So for everyone that wants to see this, go on Adidas on their TikTok.
That is incredible.
And it's got a bit of behind the scenes. So I'm just playing it here.
I might actually, we'll drop this in the edit.
We'll have to do it. So
this is really cool.
the photo shoot they did for the Japan one, even the one for, I think this is Sweden with the icebergs.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
It's so beautiful to see. Even this German, see that?
Man, yeah.
And they've tugged it away with a bit of string. I have to say, Paul and I did some photo shoots during lockdown. We just threw the kit and got the shop, and now seeing them use fishing wire and then photoshopping it out.
It works so well.
It's so simple. Plus now photoshopping is really easy, but the kits itself just pop out. Like this Germany one, when you see that, like it's absolutely unbelievable. And even this one here, the Argentinian one, looks a lot better than I imagined underwater.
Yeah. So I guess we may as well start from, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with Japan, or do you want to
start with Japan? I'm just getting all kits up here, so what they're inspired by. All right, so let's start off. So what we'll do for your purposes, listening on audio, we'll explain the kit. But if you do have a chance, watch this on YouTube. And if you can, make sure to follow us on TikTok and on Instagram, as we'll be sharing a few little reels with a little bit of an edit. Mm-hmm. All right, Japan. So here's the description, and then you can give us your rating and your thoughts.
Yeah, sounds good.
Japan's away kit takes its pink color cues from the beautiful pink sunrise that can be witnessed at Mount Fuji. Now, we've been to Japan. Mm-hmm. When you think of the colors of Japan's blossoming, the cherry blossoms, you think of pink.
Yep.
When I thought of their sunsets, that's something we also witnessed.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of this. I think, like, pink kits, it's hard to do pink right. I feel like, there's a lot of clubs that you do them and I look at it and it's like, oh, it doesn't work too well. I like Inter Miami seem to do it pretty well.
Yeah.
And I think this nails it. This is so cool. Like I said before, the connection between, like some sort of like figure or like iconic part of the country's like a story or history or whatever. It just works really, really well. I'm a big fan of this kit. I reckon I'd probably give this an 8 out of 10. And I think the only reason I'm sort of shunting it a little bit is because I don't know how I'd go wearing it.
No, I'm really excited. If I had to buy out of all these releases, it's between the Japan and the Germany one. I do love the Japan. It's something that when you look at the Nigo and how successful that was, I wish I bought that. It was on sale on the Adidas website for $90. I do like this because it does have the potential to sort of have a bit of a cult following.
Yes, definitely.
It really depends on how well these teams do in the tournament. We saw how poorly performed Germany were. So their shirts were so beautiful pre-World Cup, but after the World Cup, no one bought them. Yeah. I do like it. I think it's really outside of the box thinking, and the way the gradient works is just perfect. I do like how the Adidas logo on the right-hand side and the badge just perfectly work out. Mm-hmm. It's sort of, you don't even need to go monochromatic like what Argentina has. I would say definitely an 8 out of 10. The only change I would have made was shown a lot of these shirts what color their numbering and their name sets would be.
Yes.
Because right now, if that number is similar to that Germany black away shirt, if that number is white, it would ruin the shirt. It has to be black or it has to be something similar to those tones.
Yeah, and I guess the good part from a retail point of view is that you don't have to buy it with the name and number, so the shirt itself still looks good.
Exactly.
But it'll just be on pitch, and it'd be interesting to see how that does look compared to, obviously without. We did see, and we're probably going to, I guess we're moving to Germany next if we can, because I reckon that's probably the next best kit. But Germany did a photo shoot with the players. I think most of the kits you can find on players already. And I feel like that's the only thing. This kit, I would have given 10 out of 10.
The Germany one?
Yes, but the name and numbers, I hate the font.
Oh, is there a photo?
There's a photo of 2 girls in goals. There.
Oh yeah.
I hate the font. The color's cool. Like they still went and matched the gold on the kit, but I just think the font doesn't work, and I don't know what it is. Like, is it the same as the Argentina? It's not the same as the Argentina font that they used during the World Cup, is it?
Don't think so.
That was a bit more like kind of like your airport sign font.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. Like, and I feel like that Argentina kit worked for the men's World Cup, but I think this Germany kit and that font doesn't seem to match. And I feel like it's gone from this absolutely incredible kit, and like you mentioned, it's got that forest kind of vibe, such a cool color. Like it's like this turquoise and black with gold kind of combination. All of it works so well, and the number absolutely cooks it.
That's pretty disappointing. Like, I'll read out the context behind it. So Germany's away jersey is inspired by the various deep green woodland areas found within the country. From the Black Forest to the Zauberwald, the various shades of green and bespoke handmade graphics celebrate Germany's vast woodlands. Now, I do agree with you. I don't like the gold or that sort of yellowy gold that they've used for the numbers, but I do like how the green works well with the shirt. Now, they have had green in their shirts multiple times.
Yeah,
I think it's a great sort of design. I do agree that what you've said about the name sets has really sort of pushed me away from getting that done. Out of 10, what would you give this Germany shirt?
Oh, look, I'm still going to give it 10. I think I'm going to give it 10 because I know I can buy it without the name set.
Yeah, I love it. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Amazing design elements. I think, name sets would definitely change my thing on it. All right, now going to Colombia, which is up here. This is the one I'm really intrigued about. It's design inspiration.
Yeah, this is cool because I guess at first glance, it kind of looks a bit spacey, right? Like you're going to get that like Astro kind of vibe through it. I'll let you run through what the actual origin story is behind it.
I do like the sort of tie-dye effect. So the Colombian away kit pays homage to many hues of the Cano Cristales River, often referred to as the River of Five Colors, celebrating the unique changing phenomenon. I can't say the word. Phenomenon that occurs. I can't speak English.
Everyone's
today.
got that one word.
Due to the reflection of light against the water, utilizing traditional Federation colors, reimagined through the lens of flowing water. Now,
yeah, nice.
Did not expect the water reference to this, but I do see it.
Yeah.
I was thinking minerals and colors of the sort of the mud when there's a bit of like chemicals mixed in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was space.
You kind of expect like Northern Lights or like that kind of like that kind of concept with this, and
I
it's
thought
not.
Maybe the Colombian Lights in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, maybe there was some. Obviously, our Colombian history probably isn't that deep between the both of us, but yeah, it's definitely. I didn't expect that to be water, but I guess you can kind of relate. Like we've got that river here, or the lake here that turns pink at certain times of year. I'm assuming it's got something kind of to do with that. In saying that, awesome kit, very cool. There is kind of like a nice consistency to a few of these, probably less so Japan and Sweden. But the Germany, the Colombia, and the Argentina kind of have this nice textured like subprint through the base layer. And I'm a big fan of that. I think it's really cool. Again, they've done really well here when they, you mentioned before about like not changing the crest and the badge. These guys have in that case, and they've got a really nice yellow detail that, through the Adi shoulders, the crest and the badge. I think it all kind of ties in nicely with that deep blue and pinky purple tones.
Again, I do like the little technology they've added to this. Now, all these shirts are being shown off in their heat-ready design spec. Do love it. I'm a bit worried that some of these designs may go missing when you buy the Aero Ready, which is the fan spec. Mm-hmm. I feel like when you look at the two shirts we've got here, I feel like the design of the flames on the Belgium shirt and then even this marble effect on this shirt will look a bit tacky on the fan spec. I feel like when you look at the coffee stain and a bit of the marble effect, if you have it with no sort of player spec design, it might just look like a sheet.
Yeah,
because just a bit of mud on it.
You do get that texture out of the player spec stuff, don't you? You just don't get that with the fan versions because it is almost like a straight polyester.
I look at these shirts and I think to myself, I'm like, is that going to be affected by how the shirt plays on the material?
Completely.
So like if you've got that marble effect and then it's like just a plain sheet with no actual player spec, it might look a bit too simple.
But I guess that's why you get what you pay for, right? Like at the end of the day, the player spec shirt's going to be more expensive than the fan version one. And you're going to get a high quality product.
So one more thing, all these shirts are the same template. They do have the 3 stripes on their shoulders with the similar neckline and backline. Mm-hmm. No, nothing different, of course, just the design itself.
So they all have that kind of like
on the back.
The shape backing.
I think that's Adidas new template they've got. So out of 10, I give that a 9. I just think they should have changed it a bit in the sense they could have gone a centered one for this, similar to the Argentina. I feel like that shirt design is so busy that having it in the middle would have just you know, like you look at the Argentina one, they got a center design. Why
Yeah.
couldn't they have had that?
Yeah, right. Wait, Argentina or no? That's Spain.
Spain, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Is that
Yeah,
Spain?
Yeah, it's Spain.
Yeah, it's Spain. Sorry, the logo
Um,
looks like A.
yeah.
The Spain one, it's got centered, which I see they've gone with the design of the shirt where it's like on the shoulders and
Yeah.
the side. I reckon this would have been perfect if the yellow was right there. It would have just brought the whole yellow into like a sort of
A
V
central
shape.
kind of thing. Yeah. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
I think you know what though. I do like looking at this. Looking at them collectively, and they all like being that Spain is the only one with that central setup. Yes, it works with the design because you could see obviously because the colors are the same as it's a whitish blue kind of base layer, with that floral kind of or coral. It's corally, I think. I'm pretty sure it's coral.
Yeah.
That comes through the shoulders and then the sort of the hips. So they physically couldn't put them, at the chest pockets like they normally would. But centering it just looks so good, especially because the design's not like very rigid. It's kind of like it flows in from each corner a little bit differently. And it just like, because that is so centered, it's almost like there's this nice balance between like, uniform and kind of free flowing design. It's really nice.
It works well. Like, you look at the Germany one, they could have gone with a nice centered piece as well.
I think that would have worked really well with the centered, but
I think a lot of German shirts are in the middle too.
the home
The
shirt
men's
is,
one
yeah.
Okay, so Spain is one on. Oh, sorry, out of 10 for Colombia, we said that. What did you say?
I'll give that a 7. That'll probably be the
perfect.
lowest ranking I think we give.
Spain. The Spanish away jersey takes inspiration from the beautiful coral reefs that can be found around Spain's vast coastlines. Now, this is the thing that makes me sort of thoughtful about this. I didn't know Spain had a coral influence. I know Australia, New Zealand, a lot of the Barbados, like these coastal countries, but I never knew Spain had a reef.
Yeah, neither did I. I
Coral
thought it's an
reef.
interesting like primary sort of, with Japan, everyone knows, okay, what's the most iconic?
I would have gone like oranges. Like Spain makes a lot of oranges. I would have gone for this beautiful orange shirt. But this one's just added the blue and I love it.
But maybe orange is too close to the... Maybe orange is a bit too close to the home shirt. Maybe it has to be a little bit of a difference because the home shirt's obviously red.
True.
That's probably why. And but look, hey, I can't knock this.
Spanish olives. There you go, number one.
I feel like this was one of those like, originally did I like it? And I was like, I think I was so hung up on Germany being so cool that I was like, kind of the rest I thought, there's none compared to Germany. But now I look at this and I'm like, I really like that central design. And I know it is a very summery kit, and we are about to walk into winter here, but I still think that would something that would.
I think on the
look great.
pitch it'll look amazing.
Yeah, man, it's really cool.
This is a great design. I love the monochromatic badge and crest. They've done really good with the colours on the sleeves there, the Adidas 3 stripes. Overall, great shirt. I give it an 8 out of 10. I think the only disappointing thing for me would be the detailing itself. When you look at the ones that the players are wearing in this shirt, you see the design elements from the players from the Heat Ready. Again, that's one thing I'm worried about is the disappointing sort of result you would get from the fan spec.
Yeah.
Overall, I think if you're buying shirts these days, you always go player spec.
Yeah, and just make sure you size accordingly too.
Yeah, of course.
What are we moving into next? Argentina? We're going
let's go
Sweden
Argentina.
or Argentina?
I'll read out the little thing. Where is it? Argentina is striking landscapes from the Serrana de Hornacol in the north of the Ushuaia is in the south. The Argentina away kit signifies the diverse natural landscapes found across the country.
So it's essentially referencing two kind of types of mountain ranges, right, across the north and the south of the country. Is that what it is?
I think it's just this one area, which is similar to those mountains. Is it in Peru? Is it? No.
Yeah.
When they've got the what's the color? The mountains with all the colors.
God, yes, I know.
There's a street in my
Because
area.
Peru, Chile, it's through like
There's a mountain range in my street, like it's named in my area. Can you find out?
Yes, I will.
It's similar colorways. But one thing I do like about the placement of this photo, and whoever took this photo has done a great job. I like how the mountain range in this photo connects to the shirt. You can almost see that connection. See that?
It's beautiful there. Like
They've done a great job on that.
And you know what? One thing they do across all these kits is the choice of colors.
Oh, yeah,
like it is
100%.
like, obviously, like a lot of these mountains aren't going to be this like electric turquoise, and at times they might manage with with a sunset they'll get some nice pinky and red tones and stuff like that. But they just balance so well with one another. Like the contrasting colors are so complementary, and I think this one is like the perfect example of that.
The painted something.
Oh, that's not what I'm thinking of.
Right, mountain ranges painted, and they should come up. Ladies, painted ladies, no. Painted.
It's literally just coming up with paintings of mountain ranges.
You give your rating because I've got a quick thing to say about it.
Yeah, so I think, look, for me, I like that they've gone with the alternative color Addy
was gonna
shoulders,
say the
and I
exact
think
same
that's something a little bit. I like each kit kind of has a bit of a point of difference in terms of like what's the norm, right? You know, like there's the monochromatic badges, there's the shoulders, there's like the back straps are changing color as well. I'm thinking of Patagonia.
Are you thinking Patagonia?
Yeah.
Similar vibe. I was thinking about the Rainbow Valley in I think it's Rainbow Valley in Chile.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rainbow Valley. I'm pretty sure. So that was what I was thinking. Those colors that we see
Yeah, wow,
in
very nice.
the natural colors in the minerals and stuff of the land.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, so I think look, it's up there. I reckon I'll probably give it I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
It's good. I like it's exactly what you said. I like how they've got little touches of colors. So they've got this nice earthy orange, and they've got this sort of cold winter blue on the right hand side, like an icy blue. I do like that. I think the only thing I would have asked, and depending on the legal sort of things with FIFA, is if they could have made the Adidas logo. Where's it gone? They made the Adidas logo the same red color that they had. I think if they made that with that and that on the right hand,
It would have matched. So,
it would have been perfect. But again, legal reasons, and I don't think they could have made a number. Can you imagine the number half and half?
Yeah, what would you do? No, there's no way. You
No
could have.
chance.
No, they would just for practical reasons it'd be too
Great
much.
shirt. I would love to see this in person. 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, cool. Sweden. I'm a big fan of this kit.
This one's nice, but
Yeah.
again, I feel like it's just the brush tool on Photoshop.
It looks and I feel like it's amazing because I think this is probably, and I feel like I'm going to say it's going to be harsh to be the worst of the bunch. It's cool. It's a very cool kit, and saying worst of the bunch is loose too because they're all pretty sick. It's just that blob kind of design in the middle.
Yeah, that's the thing that's making me confused.
Yeah, but if that was a bit more like water ripple referencing, or like maybe even a bit more harsh, where it looks a bit more like an iceberg, a bit more geometric, it probably could have been better.
I feel exactly what you said. This shirt here in the fan spec and the Aero Ready would look the worst.
Yeah.
Out of the bunch.
Yeah, and I think it's I still love the design, love the colorway. I guess having that yellow detail works really well with the Sweden crest too. Right? Having
The crest itself, I hope that yellow is the same as the yellow in the crest.
I don't think it is. It looks like it's the
Bit more of an
traditional
icy
Sweden crest.
yellow,
Yeah, because
yeah.
just comparing the crest to the Adidas.
Yeah, it looks so different.
There is a difference. It might not necessarily be a bad thing too, because it does make the crest pop out. But yeah, I think it is. It's a pretty cool kit. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 purely because of those like blobby looking sections. Whereas I think, see, looking at the actual
spec.
product photo.
Yeah, the ASOS one. See, it just looks like a blob.
Yeah, whereas I think you need that texture in that kit, I think, for sure. Especially this one. I think it would have been nicer if this looked more like water or more like ice or ice. You know, like you get these, there's such good textures through the other 4 kits that I think, excluding Japan.
It's literally just like it's literally just a blob, like a sort of paint effect on Photoshop.
Yeah, it's almost like that abstract, you get the artist that throws paint at a canvas, and that's kind of what you get out of it.
I don't like that on the shoulder. How it's the design is cut through.
Yep.
How it's just like this random.
Piece
circle.
of material, and then it's sliced. Yeah, and
I
then
do,
the
though.
shoulder template's solid, is it? It's a solid blue.
Yeah,
it's still on this side's got it.
Yeah, this side's got it, but the right hand side doesn't. I don't understand that.
Okay.
See how that's connected?
Yeah,
Why is that not connected?
I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. It might be a individual.
I do like how the artwork goes in the back though.
That is cool. Yeah, because you do see a lot of kits now with the temp. I think the Italy one in particular does it. Like you've got the marble through the front, but the back's plain.
Yeah.
And I guess it's practicality versus design, right? Like you've got to have the number and stuff on the back.
Is this the play spec and the fan spec issues or differences?
Yeah,
where the fan
be
spec might
far
have
off there, I
the
think.
differences.
Because I think Belgium
That's just red through and through.
Yeah. See. That's interesting. Actually, that's a very good point. I think look,
out of 10, I give that a 5.
Yeah, I said I think lowest to 7, but I think I might have to go with you. I'm going to give that. I'm going to give it a 6 because I feel like it's close, but just off the mark.
Look, overall, I think out of the shirts that have been released, I'm really excited for this World Cup because there's going to be some amazing ones. I think early April, we might be seeing the Nike releases. Here at Ultra, we'll be stocking a few. And out of the list that I've been told that we are stocking, there will be for Adidas, Argentina, Germany, Algeria, Wales, Colombia, Spain, Mexico, Northern Ireland, Japan, Jamaica, Belgium, Sweden, and Italy. We both have the Jamaica and Italy here in stock now. But there's a big list of kits there that have not been officially released yet. So there might be a few more that we haven't seen.
No, and I think that's awesome too because we mentioned I think in an episode last season where we thought we might jump on a few games where we're not connected to the countries that are playing just to go watch and just to. Maybe pick a team, outside of the Matildas that we can kind of, throw a bit of support towards. And at least that gives us, or anyone really, the opportunity to do that design.
This is actually a good call out to the designers out there. If you can design shirts like this, bespoke designs like this for the players on the pitch, bring back the amazing goalkeeper shirts.
Yeah, there was one I think during the World Cup that was decent. I can't recall what it was.
But Adidas and their templates for all the goalkeepers, like De Gea and every other Adidas goalkeeper out there have worn the same
Yeah, they
shirts.
get
No matter
shafted.
what level they are,
And it's
they
just a
wear
high
the same
vis.
shirts, this weird triangle shape.
Yeah.
If you're designing shirts like this for the players on the pitch, men or women, like design some amazing goalkeeper shirts.
Yeah. I think that I can't recall off the top of my head. It's actually frustrating me that I can't remember. But there was a couple that were really good, and it wasn't many. I feel like they always get shafted with some high vis.
Yeah.
Looks like your work safe cover type of.
Now, nothing's been confirmed if these are available only in short sleeve. I'd love to see some of them in long sleeve. I think purely the Japan one will be amazing in long sleeve.
Definitely.
The sort of like lavender purple long sleeve.
Yeah.
Then when I think about it, the green long sleeve will be nice too.
Yep.
But then the third one that I'm actually like considering buying if it comes in third in a long sleeve would be this Italy one here.
Yeah, it's a nice kit. I think that in long sleeve, if that marble design runs all the way through to the
Yeah.
cuffs and it's got like elastic cuffs, I think that'd be awesome.
That's it. I think from this point of view, I think the shirts are amazing. I'm really excited to see what they're going to release for the Nike upcoming.
Yeah.
The World Cup itself is exciting. I'm keen for it.
It is. Adidas have definitely set the benchmark over the last 12 months for kits. So I think it's going to be good to see what Nike bring. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the Women's World Cup.
So keep an eye out on Ultra Football as the shirts will be dropping soon. Keep an eye out on the stock availability online or in store.
Yes.
On our point of view, there's going to be a lot of exciting things coming up. And you've got to pop up almost every month.
Yeah, every month for the next 6 in Melbourne. And that we may flex one of them into an interstate one. But for now, they're going to be locked into Melbourne unless anything changes. We'll set out TBC. But we've got one this weekend. So looking forward to that.
Oh, it is this weekend, Sunday. Yeah,
Yes, 2nd of
exciting.
April.
Nothing new on my end. I've got a few things coming out. I'm hoping to release something with Icarus soon. And then on top of that, I'm hoping personally to release something before and mid-year.
Yeah, nice.
I might be heading off to Porto again in July.
Yeah, cool. New kit launch.
New kit launch. I think it's inspired with their 20. I think it's 25 years since they won the World Cup, the Champions League.
Really? Jeez, that's
Is
we're
it
getting
20?
old.
I don't
What was
know.
it? It was 02, 3?
03.
Something like
There you go. 20 years.
that. Wow.
How crazy is that?
We're so old.
How old do you feel right
I'm
now?
gonna go get a drink.
That's insane. When you think about it, 20 years.
It was too. Yeah, because Mourinho took over at Chelsea in
2000. He went in 2005.
I think it was 03 or 04 or 04.
Yeah,
I can't
straight
remember
after
actually.
that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So 20-year anniversary since they won the Champions League.
Yeah, wow. That's
When I
impressive.
got told that, I was like, wow.
Yes, I was 11.
I'm 12. But yeah, look, Adidas new kits are now going to be available soon at Ultra Football. Make sure to follow us on Between Two Shirts, which we need to post more on.
Yes, we do.
We're going to post more reels, even from the past episodes. I'm going to definitely do the cuts.
Yes.
Make sure to follow
PFC Vintage.
Make sure to follow Talking Shirt and That Football Photog on Instagram and Twitter.
Love your work.
And yeah, stay safe, stay away from stupid people, and
Focaccia later.
JJ Focaccia.
JJ Focaccia. Nice. That's a good addition.
See you guys.
Ciao.